Round 6 of the Protyre Autocare Circuit Rally Championship would take our crews for the first of 2 visits to Anglesey for the Lee Holland Memorial stages. And leading after the morning stages would be Michael Igoe and Will Atkins. Thankfully for them, the rain was staying away for the most part, and the wind was only affecting our cameras and the people braving the conditions to marshal or spectate on the event. Igoe leads the event by 17 seconds after 3 stages. For John Griffiths and Emma Morrison, it would be second place. They were struggling a little with the pace of Igoe, but a mistake on the hairpin causing them to need to reverse and get going again would be what opened up the gap a little more at this early stage. And third at this stage would be Thomas Cooper and Sarah Edwards. They were gaining time as the morning went on as well, moving into that podium position on the 3rd stage of the morning. Alfie Threlfall and Patrick Cross lead the way in Class 2 at this stage and wouldn't be too far off the positions up ahead either, ending the morning in 4th overall. And it would be the Class 3 lead for Jason and Lee Wilson, leading the way in the rear-wheel drive cars as well. They'd be thankful that the rain was staying away for the most part. Paul Wedgbury and Gemma Price, meanwhile, make their first appearance of 2026 this weekend. We last saw the pair out at Donington. They were a little way back from the Darien up ahead though, in 6th overall, 2nd in Class 2. And Anglesey regulars Will Owen and Chloe Thomas would end the morning 2nd in Class 3, 8 seconds back from the Skoda pair up ahead as well. We'd welcome back Bradley Carroll and Gareth Short this weekend after they suffered significant damage to the car at Brands Hatch. And with that car back up and running again, things were going well. They end the morning 8th overall, 3rd in the class. James Garner and Jack Cuttle will be in the 2nd of the Dariens inside the top 10. Don't forget, this is the one that won the championship in 2019. They were happy enough with that 9th place so far, mostly because the car still had everything attached where it should be. They hadn't knocked any bits off. 9th place overall, 4th in the class for now. And rounding out the top 10 will be Paul Moreau and Callum Cross. 2024 was the last time we saw Paul out, so it was good to see the pace was still there. And out this weekend in a Mark II instead of the R5 car. Let's take a look, as we always do, at some of the positions outside of the top 10. And it was 3rd in Class 2 for Martin Farrer and Andrew Ward, the pair in 13th overall as well. For Joseph and Daniel Duffy, it was the lead in Class 5. The Lotus pair were only 2 seconds off the top 10 overall as well, in 11th place. 2nd in that class and just behind were Mai Davies and Alice Edwards. And they were close as well, only 2 seconds between the 2 cars at this stage. And rounding out the Class 5 podium positions were Mick and Ben Jowers. They were a couple of positions back overall, but still going well in 19th overall in the Escort. Class 8 at this stage will be led by Sean Jones and Kyan Williams. They'd actually share the overall position with the Jowers in the Escort, both on identical times in 19th overall. 2nd in the class will be Paul Gorge and Charlie Stevens, the Mazda pair, a few positions back in 25th on the overall leaderboard. And for Michael Jones and Mags Kelly, it was 3rd place in the class. The Peugeot 205 pair pushing their way up the overall leaderboard as the morning went on to lie in 28th overall. Class 9 would see Gareth Roberts and Mervyn Williams leading the way. The Peugeot 106 pair lying in 24th on the leaderboard. And 2nd in the class were the Micra pair of Owen Hughes and Christopher Phillips. They'd end the morning 30th overall. And there was also a switch back to the Micra this weekend for Lewis and Gareth Hooper too, back in that trusty car that had seen them take so many gravel victories, but this time was a different kettle of fish. 41st overall, 3rd in the class, was a pretty good day out so far for the father and son pair. In Class 10, it was the lead for Dylan Jones and Sean Rowlands. They have around half a minute's lead in the class in the Suzuki in 39th overall. Behind them in the class were Kyle Ingram and Nigel Jones, out in the BMW, and the times were looking pretty good as the morning went on as well. And rounding out the top of the class results in Class 10 were David Wainwright and John Tubman, the Proton pair, a little way back on the overall leaderboard though. And after a good result last time out for Kyle Green and Liam Jones at Snetterton, it would be the Class 12 lead for the pair here as well. They were the only ones in the class though, and lying in 47th overall. So with the morning stages complete here at a very blustery Anglesey, the result at the top of the leaderboard is shaping up like this. Once again, the Junior Championship will be joining the event this weekend. So before we take a look at the overall results, a quick look at how the juniors were decided. And in 6th place at the end of the event, it was Leon Kaufmann and Richard Stewart. This, the first rally for Leon, over from Germany to take part in the juniors. They'd been in 5th at one point, but would settle on 6th by the end of the rally.
Hopefully they're okay.
For Ollie Poole and Richard Simmons, it will be 5th. They take advantage of a few things going on around them on the leaderboard, moving up to that position by the end of the day. There'd be frustration though for Rebecca Chalice and Max Freeman. The pair had been lying in 4th overall at one point and putting in some great times. But sadly an issue on the final stage would see them lose drive in the car and having to pull over. A disappointing end to what could have been a fantastic result. For Zach Ferber and Ben Wild, it was 4th to end the event. They were going well all day, pushing as they got the stage miles under their belts. They end the day just 13 seconds off the podium overall, but with the event featuring both the Junior 1000 and the Scottish Juniors, it would mean they take 3rd in the championship points. That 3rd place though only down to Gregor Reed and Simon Mills being registered just for the Scottish Championship. They take 3rd place overall this weekend in the Little Seat. For William Patterson and Mark McCulloch, it was 2nd. They had briefly taken the lead of the event on the penultimate stage, but would lose out on the victory in the final miles. 2nd place, a great end to the event though. And that means it was victory for Mackenzie Snowden with Isle of Man co-driver Rob Fagg alongside. They have a great final stage to take the victory and with a 12-second advantage. Clearly the class of the field today. Back to the overall leaderboard then, and with only themselves in the class, it was a win in Class 12 for Kyle Green and Liam Jones in 42nd overall. No change in Class 10. David Wainwright and John Tupman rounding out the class with 53rd overall in the Protyre. And for Kyle Ingram and Nigel Jones, it was still 2nd in the class in the BMW, 32 seconds off the lead by the end of the rally. All of that means it's victory for Dylan Jones and Sean Rowlands. 1st place in Class 10, 32nd overall. A bit of a change around in Class 9 as Lewis Hooper drops down to 4th, making way for Rich Jones and David Hillage to take that final step on the class podium. No change though to any of the other podium positions in the class. Owen Hughes and Christopher Phillips ending the event 2nd. And taking the class win was Gareth Roberts, Mervyn Williams alongside, taking 20th place overall as well. It was all change in Class 8, with C. Jeff McQuilling and Gareth Jones taking 3rd by the end of the rally. Problems for Sean Jones in the Saxo mean that it's to step up the results for Michael Jones and Max Kelly, ending the day 2nd in the class. And indeed a similar story for Paul Gorge and Charlie Stevens. They end the event with a Class 8 victory as well as 19th overall in the Mazda. No change in Class 5 though. Mick and Ben Jowers keeping everybody honest to hold on to that 3rd place in the class throughout the event and finish with 15th overall as well. It was 12th overall for Mai Davies and Alan Edwards, themselves keeping hold of that position throughout the day to take 2nd in the class with that consistent pace. The leaders up inside the top 10, so we'll get to those soon. Class 1, of course, would be our event leaders, but taking 3rd place in that class will be James Edge and Ashley Owen, out this weekend in their new Peugeot 208 R5 car. The leaderboard would see some changes for the worse as well, with some frustration thrown in for good measure. We lose Thomas Cooper and Sarah Edwards when they retire in Stage 4. We also see Alfie Threlfall and Patrick Cross drop from the results. Drive shaft failure in the 5th stage of the day would end a good run so far for the Evo pair. And we'd also lose Paul Wedgbury and ex-WRC co-driver Gemma Price. They have steering issues on the Skoda in Stage 4, which put them out of the rally. So we're on to the top 10 then, and it will be 3rd place in Class 2 for Martin Farrer and Andrew Ward. A lot of things changing around them, but they remained consistent in that position to round out the top 10 overall. Second place in the class will be Gordon Davies and Jack Morris. They gained some time through the afternoon to take advantage of those things changing around them on the leaderboard to take 9th overall. And taking that class win from 8th will be Jordan Murphy and Lewis Sim, gathering speed in the Evo throughout the rally to take the class win and, with it, that top 10 finish. Back to class 5, and there was no change to the winners of that. Joseph and Daniel Duffy in the Lotus taking victory, but they do move up the overall leaderboard as well to end the event with 7th. For James Garner and Jack Cuttill, it will be a good end to the rally, taking 6th overall in the Darien, just 3 seconds back from 5th. And in that 5th place were Bradley Carroll and Gareth Short, a welcomed comeback from that Brands Hatch disaster, and the pair actually do enough to take the final step on the podium in the championship as well, as a few crews around them were not registered for points. One of those crews being Will Owen and Chloe Thomas. They have a good run on a one-off outing to take 4th overall in the S score. On to the podium positions on the rally then overall, and another of the non-championship crews finishing 3rd. Jason and Lee Wilson put the Darien on the final step of the overall podium. As far as the other championship positions went though, there was nothing else that John Griffiths and Emma Morrison could do. They'd have to settle for 2nd place this weekend. Still a good haul of points, but of course not the haul of points that they came here looking for. And that means it is win for our defending champions Michael Igoe and Will Atkins. A strong end to the rally, putting them even closer to taking another championship title as we approach the final leg of the championship. So after a windy day on Anglesey, the results at the end of round 6 looked like this. Next up, the crews in the Protyre Autocare Circuit Rally Championship head for the 2nd of their visits to Donington Park and to the Dukeries Rally. Keep an eye out on the day for live coverage from that round and a review of the action soon afterwards. For now, from Anglesey, thanks for watching.